Prologue. Dorothy Summer couldn't understand young people nowadays. Or at least, those in their 20s and 30s who seemed adrift, wondering what to do with their lives. They wanted fortune. Or they wanted fame. But they didn't seem to have any idea what to do to earn fame or fortune, or, more importantly, how to satisfy their soul. Dotty, on the other hand, did. She had a bucket list, and, by golly, this seasoned widow was going to spend her days checking things off. She'd already made good on several items, including driving an airboat through the Everglades, dating a younger man, and singing a Broadway tune with one of its stars. She had some of her granddaughters to thank for that, specifically, the daughters of her son Tim. Those 5 young women weren't tempted by fame or fortune. They had purpose when it came to their careers. Kitty, the doctor. Maggie, the veterinarian. Lily, the state politician. Aubrey, the botanist. Violet, the literature professor. If only one of them would give her a great-grandchild. When Dotty was older and less mobile, she wouldn't mind sitting and rocking a little one. But before that, there was her bucket list. And currently on the top of that list was being a model for a famous designer. And that was why Dotty was following fashion designer Shuri out of Lily's engagement party and into the gardens of Tim's Hamptons property. She was on a first-name basis with the designer because of private showings. "Shuri, do you have a moment?" The elegant young woman stopped and executed a runway pivot that her fashion models would have envied. She wore a pair of baggy black and white striped pants with a super skimpy top, what looked like a bedazzled bullet bra. So daring! Hoop earrings the diameter of a mixing bowl hung from her ears. She had short purple hair that was in the spiky bedhead style young folks seemed to favor. And her expression was haughty. In fact, Shuri seemed poised to yell, "Off with their heads." Dotty fingered the traditional string of pearls around her neck. "Are you hiring?" Models, that is. All Dotty's life, she had more luck cutting through than beating around the bush. "I have the body type you're looking for. Dress size 2. Dotty struck a pose. Too bad she was no taller than a horse racing jockey. Runway models tended to be much taller. "You would model for me?" Shuri asked in her formal, slightly accented speech. Her eyebrows were sprinkled with tiny dots of silver glitter. She waggled them in what Dotty thought was amusement, sparkles catching the Hampton afternoon sunlight like moonbeams on cresting ocean waves. "I would." Dotty came closer, feeling overdressed in her party attire. "Your winter coat collection was fabulous this year. And the way the models came down the runway during Fashion Week was so fun. They hadn't strutted. They'd bopped." That praise earned Dotty a small smile, seemingly reluctantly given. "My models are dancers first. I can bust a move with the best of them." And to prove it, Dotty struck another pose, this one from Michael Jackson's Thriller video. She thrust her hips forward and back so hard her lower back twinged, causing her to spasm. "Aye." Shuri reached out a hand to steady Dotty, numerous brass bracelets bangling. "You have moves. But my dancers do hip-hop. I can hip-hop." Dotty had no idea what hip-hop was. But she was determined to learn. Shuri's sparkly brows caught the sunlight again, practically blinding Dotty this time. "I will send you a coat. And I will learn hip-hop," Dotty said gleefully. "Please send the coat here as I'm spending the next few weeks here with my granddaughter." A white horse galloped past, nearly as blinding as Shuri's eyebrows since it had no halter, bridle, or saddle to mar its snowy appearance. They both stared at the riderless horse for a moment, it not being a usual sight in the Hamptons. "We need to make a wish," Dotty told Shuri as the horse galloped across the backyard toward the ocean. "White horses are a sign of good luck." Like a four-leaf clover or a rainbow. I wish you good health. Shuri returned to the party, black and white striped pants billowing in the ocean breeze. She paused at the door to call over her shoulder, and I will send you a coat.